Alright, so again, I was absent on Monday, so I'll go over this second problem that I left for the substitute. So right here it says, Karen drives straight south on the Interstate 405 from Santa Monica Freeway interchange, going 10 miles per hour faster than Melinda, my bad. So who leaves the same interchange at the same time going straight east on Interstate 10. After 1 hour, they are 108 miles apart, measured by a straight line drawn between them. How fast is each driver going? State any assumptions you make. Draw a diagram and write an equation to represent the scenario. So in order to do this, you have to actually know this right here, this compass. So you have to know the north direction, west, east, and south. Okay, so notice south is down, east is going to the right. Okay, so that's what we have to do. Also, it helps if you have graph paper. So if I would do that, I would do this here, and now I have grid on my what's it called? On my Jamboard. So now what I'm going to do is I have to put a point where they're going to meet at. So they're at this interchange. So let's say there's this dot right here. Okay. So then what's happening is that one of them went south. So that's when we have to like put all this information together, right? So notice that Karen, it says that she drives straight south. Okay, so we know Karen's going this direction right here. It's going south. Okay, so we'll start doing that right now. So Karen, we'll put her in blue. How about that? So Karen will go straight south like this at some distance. I don't know, for 1 hour, right? And then the other person, okay, Melinda. Okay, so Melinda, if we scan here, okay, so it states that Melinda, okay, will go straight east, okay, at Interstate 10. So east, according to the compass, is going again to the right. So we're going to put Melinda in green, and Melinda's going this direction for 1 hour. Okay, but the thing is, we also have to keep in mind that Melinda is going 10 miles per hour faster. That means her line segment should be faster. So that means I'm supposed to go a little bit longer like this. Okay, because she's going 10 miles per hour faster. Now at some point, after 1 hour, if we draw a straight line between them, like this, so again, Karen's over here. So Karen's right here, so I'll write Karen. Karen's over here. Let me draw the thing here, and then move it here. And Melinda's over here. Melinda is right here. It states that they are, after 1 hour, they're 108 miles apart. So that means that right here is 108 miles. Okay. Now keep in mind this all took place in 1 hour. So took place in 1 hour. Whoops. Let me actually write the word 1 hour. Okay. So that means that, let's say Karen traveled X amount of distance, because Melinda was traveling 10 miles faster in 1 hour, this will be X plus 10. Okay. So what we have to do is, if we look at the question, right? If we look at the question here, how fast was each driver going? So what we want to do is figure out what x is. That way we could figure out how much they were traveling for 1 hour, which will give us the rate. Okay, so our assumption is right here that this took place within 1 hour. Okay, so we have to draw a diagram, which we did. Now we have to write the equation that represents the scenario. Okay, so if we think really hard, we could assume, okay, we're going to assume that this is a right triangle. So there's a famous theorem that we could use called the Pythagorean theorem, right? So notice that this over here is your hypotenuse, and these are your two legs. So there's a theorem that states that if we square the legs, x squared plus, and then the other one will be x plus 10 squared equals to 108 squared. We'll use this formula here. So this is the equation that you'll be using, and you have to solve for x. Okay, so that's what you have to do there. If you need help simplifying that, feel free to ask me in the class. But that's the equation you have to use, and you can use either the quadratic formula or or completing the square, or factoring if you could factor it. Just keep in mind that you're going to get two answers. One of them is going to be positive, one's going to be negative. You're only going to accept the positive answer because this is a scalar. Okay, there's no such thing as negative distance. Okay, so this is a scalar.